Who's ready for some boom, baby? Boom! We're about to start this room. It's LinkedIn. It's a live event. We got over 300 people invited, and it's about to pop off in about 6 minutes. So I'm going to join, talk with my co-founder, Mass. He's all the way out in Denmark. I'm here in Finland, hence the Chigata shirt, and we're about to go live off the 95 with over about 500 people already RSVP'd through our LinkedIn event. So there's been all sorts of pop-ups on my phone for like Eventbrite and all these other things. Well, it's a happening hot stuff. So let's get it going. Let me join, shall we? Shall we? This is Inisec.ai. This is Post in a Sec. We're going to show people how we make a workflow for posting in seconds. It handles it for you. The fucking words, the hashtags, everything for you. It's ready to go. Let's go. Let's join. This work.
Cheers, mate.
What's up, Mass?
I'm gonna add you as a co-host this time, so I don't have to sit there and let people in whilst I am presenting.
Got you.
Confusing last time, I remember.
Yeah, no, whatever works, bro. I'm down for.
So you should get a notification when people join in, and then you just click the people in the bottom right hand on the screen. So yeah, I think it's a lot less last time. I want to try to get people to engage a little bit more.
Okay.
And also, I'm going to remind them in the start that this is an open room. They can just jump in, ask a question.
Yeah.
And then let's see what we can try and turn it into afterwards. See if actually make a sale from a live event.
That's what it's all about.
Also thinking about the follow-up.
Right. And you're recording it. I'm live on my YouTube. Unfortunately didn't get the extra 3 subscribers. You can't even beg for free subscribers.
Today, I actually thought about. I have the YouTube channel up, so I'll mention it.
Yeah, we would have been.
A link in the chat. Also mentioning the email. We got that last time. We mentioned it at the 50th minute.
Okay.
So when people contact us, you have like email us at intersect.ai at gmail.com. I think I mentioned like the website.
Okay.
Be more clear with the like call to actions in general. At least that was one thing I thought about last time. I remember after we wrapped up when we were mentioning the email for the first time.
Let's. Are we going to mention the discount? Are we going to do that?
Are we going to make it simple and just say $100 off, or what we're doing? I do like having a discount in the email campaign, or maybe it's for the emails. We can not talk about it on the phone. We can have it in the email. I don't know which one's better.
Once we fix the graph, then send it in an email. Thanks. We'll mention it. Mention it so we make sure we get their email and then send it by email.
Yeah, I have some of people's emails. It's kind of to get the recording, give me your email kind of thing.
Yeah. So if they DM, they know what it is.
Well, I'm starting to realize what Alex means with all the fucking note takers.
Right.
Already. They come 2 minutes early to note take.
That's what's up. I got my notes ready. Let's learn them something, shall we?
We have Steve here from last time.
Okay, cool.
Hey Steve, how are we doing today?
I'm well. How about you guys?
Steve, what up?
How's the last 3 weeks been? Let's come to that.
Been good. Been good. We've I think we survived the heat of the summer and starting to get cooler. So
I definitely feel it over here in Scandinavia. It's almost a little too cool.
We're both in Scandinavia.
Well, it's okay today, but yeah, you can, especially in the morning and the evenings, you can feel it.
All you have to do is put on a green screen with some palm trees, and you just feel warmer, don't you? With that swimming pool, I want to swim in that swimming pool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I actually did live in that place, so.
This is your old place.
That's my old place. I'm still in the same city, but I'm not living on the resort. I'm living in a regular condo.
Oh, you poor thing.
I know.
Yeah. Next time you go back to the resort, let us know. That looks like Party Central.
I do have to pick a room, so yeah.
Like, geez, oh, what do we got to do? Where are you at?
Hop on a plane flight to Palm Springs.
I'm in Vegas. Well, not now. I'm from Finland, but I'm from Vegas. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
So ain't nothing but a thing, man. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Hey, well, we'll get started in a little bit. It's going to be a couple minutes past hour, so people don't lose the starting of it.
Usually 2-3 minutes.
Recording now, just so I don't forget.
Yeah, please.
And then everybody will get a recording afterwards in the email. I hope you got the last time, Steve.
I did, thank you.
Perfect. Well, now we know the system works. The first run is always a bit of a trial. What works, what doesn't. I think the first couple of emails have their own thing in it or something.
And also mention our email, intersect.ai@gmail.
Yeah, if you want to reach us, that's the best place for AI-related questions, because one of us might be busy, but there's always somebody manning that email.
Yeah.
At least that's the goal and the reasons why we are in different parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have an AI manning it yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, okay.
No, you get real responses. The AI will send you a hey, you got notified, but like a real human being is still involved somewhere on the planet 24/7. That's why we're in our respective circles, hemispheres, I should say.
Well, yeah, talking about AI agents and AI chatbots, the best one so far, in my eyes, is this WeChat. I actually had a good conversation with one today, and if I didn't know the guy was 100 a MiniChat, I believe it actually the name of it is. If I didn't know that the guy's name, or that the guy actually used MiniChat, I probably wouldn't have known. So yeah, everything is on, and see, do you have more people here? We have a few more people. Scott and Molly, welcome back. We couldn't even hear me probably. Takes time for them to come in. A bit too early on the trigger, but we will get going. So today is going to be about how to actually automate your social media, social in a sec. We build an automation on make.com. You could.
Hi, Molly.
Go in and build this yourself if you want to. It takes a while to learn the platform, I will be frank, and we won't get completely into every single detail in the meeting. Otherwise, we would here probably be here for 10 hours and nobody got time for that. But if you do have any AI-related questions, do make sure to email us at intersect.ai@gmail.com, since we actually have real humans responding on there, and there's always somebody there to answer your questions.
And speak clear English.
Sometimes. Depends on which time of day you get me.
That part.
Late Denmark, there will luckily be somebody else awake somewhere else in the world, because you don't want to talk to me. It's not clear English anymore. So, another quick mention I want to make sure I drop in here is, if you're interested in AI automations, since you are here on this meeting today, go check our YouTube channel out. I'll let you drop the link in the chat and in a sec. But AI, I'm dyslexic, and I think it's pretty easy to spell too. So, drop out letting people in while you're also presenting. But let's get into the reason why you're all here. So I'm starting off going to the platform, make.com, a very well-known automation platform. It could as well be N8N, make.com, Zapier, same thing, different skins. So if you're building this from scratch, you would go up here, click Create Scenario in the top right-hand corner. But to spare you the time of actually building this thing out, because just your blueprint will take quite a good amount of time, let's jump into it. And to just showcase how it actually works, straight away I'm going to upload 2 images to a Dropbox, because that's how the magic happens.
It's a drag, drop, and post system.
Yes, and I actually did prepare an image just for this. And it does a very similar thing with videos. And if we have time, I can definitely showcase a video afterwards once we kind of showcase how it works. So it just didn't upload, or I didn't put it in the right folder. I put it in the wrong folder. Oh, human error I can't fix. Tell you that much. So wait, now it should be uploaded. Looks like it's right folder.
And explain each agent too, like where it's going. Because your Dropbox
So
to
right
Dropbox.
Now, yeah. Right now it's just doing like making the link shareable and that kind of stuff, so it can be accessed by the image analyzer. Right now it goes in, analyzes the image. If you've used ChatGPT, asked it questions using images, it's actually used specifically this just in a different way. And it goes this direction, not up here, because it's an image. It handles each individual thing a bit differently.
And videos.
So, yes. So now we go on and we actually start creating the posts, because we have what's the image about. So we're creating a post about Facebook first, and then right after we'll go in and create one for Instagram. And why it looks specifically like this, I'll get into more detail later as we flow through these steps. I'll take you through the image version first, then we'll go through the video version. I think we should have time for it and still have plenty of time for Q&A afterwards. And also, if you have any questions along the way, just ask.
Yeah.
We can take a pause, go into more details. Since if you're curious about it, most likely I'm not a person in this room are. Just like you are.
Yeah, we're an open platform, guys, so we're welcoming any kind of questions. Go ahead and interrupt us at any moment, but like he'll explain the workflow and we'll answer questions later.
And Mark is here to make sure I don't get into one big ramble that I don't understand. So now magic actually happens. Those posts were created. It's uploaded to our Facebook page, now our Instagram page. Now it's creating the post for LinkedIn to link this image to. And right after this, we're going to go into, we'll go and check Instagram and LinkedIn. I don't think I'm logged into
Facebook like page.
But yeah, upload it. And now it just does, like it waits for a little bit just to make sure the upload is fully completed. Nothing goes wrong, nothing breaks. And then it goes and deletes the file. So I don't even have a paid Dropbox subscription. It's never going to run out of storage because it deletes everything automatically. So
and it keeps it from doing duplicates too.
Yes, you're not going to duplicate the same thing because it's not there anymore. Very true. Well, if you want to keep it, you could avoid it, but human error could occur and it could happen. So here is the image you see 1 minute ago. At least with Miles is doing something. Me and Mark definitely did the post it.
Right.
Drops a couple of hashtags and it creates a post.
It interprets the words. It makes up the hashtags. You can set the limits on this. Like most of this is pre-programmed for like 150 characters for Twitter X. And then, of course, the hashtags are capital locks in between the words, so it's easier to read, which is really cool.
If you ever spoke to Mark, you will have noticed this way of spelling before. There's like the hashtag.
True story.
At least in the like the professional outreach. But yeah, actually, just really occurred to me, we do have a bit of a problem, and I'm going to have to force stop it because we're going to have to wait to dive into it before the sleep time and everything happens. So I'll go and delete it afterwards, otherwise we're just going to be sitting here. Hi. So this is what's called the trigger module. This starts everything. So at 1800 Danish time, every day, this thing goes in, looks, is there a new file uploaded to this specific Dropbox folder? If there is, good, then we stop. We'll get all this through like this. We download that file into the workflow, to this specific workflow, so we can share it out a bit later. And we also create a share link. And all of this is done by mapping variables. Variable is just a way to get the right data into the right field, even though the data changes. The quickest way I can explain it. And all of these are different variables. You can kind of see examples of the data they contain after you run the module. So here it asks for a file ID or a path file. So if you use Make, you'll know that's a file ID. A lot of modules is set up in a similar way, and then you can, I haven't touched this much, basically just putting in the file ID if I remember correctly. And then here is a filter and a router. So basically, it goes in, checks, does the file name contain MP4 or MOV? If every video file has that you can upload to these modules up here. So if not, no need to send it there. If it has one of these, JPEG, PNG, then it goes down here. And all images you can use does that. Here is a prompt to actually analyze an image. And basically just make sure that it knows exactly what its job is, like you normally would. And then it lets it know that you're not putting out a post here, you're just letting AI know what it can actually write about. And then here we can map, if we download the file, then it sometimes works a lot better. I like setting this very hard to 10,000 tokens. Note on ChatGPT 5 specifically for automations, generally I don't use it. I think for image analyzation it's pretty good, but for most other things, it's more trouble than it's worth. And I think they have acknowledged that themselves.
But this one's the all-seeing eye. That's the one that interprets your images. It basically, I mean, billions of images and just tell you what it's seeing. Even if it's like a dark image, it'll be like dark clouds over horizon, two people in the foreground. It literally reads images. It's like the stuff they have at CIA. It's intense.
Exactly. And here we take that result we have mapped with a variable, and then we write it into a Facebook post phrase. And I'm going to leave you these prompts down below, so if you actually do want to go and build it yourself, have a shot at it, at least you have a little bit to start off from. So if anybody has a business or their own business, and they would like us just to quickly right here to showcase how easy it actually is to write prompts for your own stuff, if you have something to start from, like an example, then please drop it in the chat. Actually, I'm just going to go over here. Look, not meant to click there, meant to click there. Doesn't look like we have anything, so I guess we will do for dogs on shirts.
Yeah, show them dogs on shirts. My favorite Instagram, and I just added Jackson in there too. So I was just, yeah.
So do you know of the ID page dogs on shirts? Normally
Just like that.
Most of this. Sometimes you find stuff that it doesn't know.
Instagram.com/dogs on shirts. That way people can see some of our past posts if they want to. And of course, give me a follow, but you can see all the images and about 500 posts that it handled while we slept.
See what happens here. It asked a few more questions than when you used ChatGPT 4 in the past. But basically, here, and then as soon as you get a response like yes, it just starts describing it, then you can just ask, can you please rewrite this prompt for my make.com workflow. So it works. And this is how like most of my prompts in Make and most are automation things I actually created, I find something similar that I have, and then I tell it what I want it to be. Because if you have something that works, the chance it spits out something that works is a lot higher.
And also, you're using AI to help you with your AI. This is the point of the agents. Eventually, they say everybody's going to have 2 agents per person. So one for their personal life and one for their business life, and you would just speak and it would handle everything.
So we're definitely getting there. We're still quite early with agents. We're personally starting to get into it a little bit ourselves. So look forward to a lot more about that. But yep, you see here, you spits out a prompt. So you can put in the hashtags and everything. I like this because it makes the post look less like AI. AI generally don't use these characters. It likes that long dash that I've tried to tell that to use. Sometimes it doesn't.
And emoji cons too. I appreciate some emoji cons.
We could actually rewrite this if we go in and just, that would be real. Can you rewrite this prompt so it's not too doing emojis? So
it's highly customizable, so you like add more hashtags, lessen the emoji cons, make it pedantic, or make it actually just like a loose speaking post. It doesn't really have to be so hard.
So yeah, we could see now it's actually creating. This is something that we should probably not upload the same image twice, but this I know this is definitely going to work. And if you want to see it uploaded twice, let us know. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going on. Otherwise, we're going to be here for a very long time. But yeah, of course, you would just go in and do that to all of your systems. And the only reason why we are using ChatGPT 5 is actually as it says, just to see what it does. For this one, it's okay, but like Aura, for the people that was here last time, the AI voice agent, don't use ChatGPT 5. You're going to have half of the calls not come through because it times out after 5 minutes. And then here, we go and actually upload the Facebook post to get back on track. All you do is to add all of these things, basically, forgot to mention that part is, you click add. For Facebook, you log in. For OpenAI, you add an API key. So here you add the API key and organization ID if you want. Do name it if you plan on having more, otherwise it gets very, very confusing. Just like naming your modules, like Instagram post creator and not OpenAI chat. If you have 7 of these, it gets confusing. But you upload the post, and here you just map it with a nice file, the result. Afterwards, we get the post. The post is uploaded to Facebook. We get the post to get the URL for Instagram. And this is the best way to upload a photo URL to Instagram, I've personally found, is to get it on Facebook, because if you get it from a storage one like Google Drive, Dropbox, sometimes it's blurry because they don't use the thumbnail image, they don't blow it up to an extremely high resolution to save on loading speeds. So Facebook doesn't do that.
And loading sizes too. I'm glad you brought that up, because this is the kind of mistakes that we make on ourselves and we learn from, that most people wouldn't know if they tried doing that. Why is my picture coming in blurry? We had to learn to unlearn that. And then also that, ChatGPT 5 was kind of a bad launch. We test these things on ourselves first. We test so many other different AI agents, like, just to make sure that this magic happens.
Exactly. And we're the guinea pigs, so our clients doesn't have to be. And you guys and girls watching doesn't have to be.
Exactly. Print an hour can be. We'll take it out on. We'll take it out. Let's let Will ask a question. He asked a question out of nowhere. What's your question, Will? Or can you hear us, or did he? I don't know. I can't hear you. All muted.
I do see we did have a question. Did you ask about the prompt? Yes, we did ask about that. I just wanted to.
Can you hear him?
Well,
He says, are they all muted? I don't think they're all muted.
You should be able to unmute themselves. I don't think I've forced anybody on mute or told.
I can't hear you. Oh, okay. All right. Perfect. Just making sure. Yeah.
Better you find out. So LinkedIn, very, very similar.
He says he's
So
got
you
a
can see
use
how this
case.
exact method I showed. I went in the copy paste and pulled the activity. I need this, I need this, I need this.
Right.
And he split them up. Go ahead, Mark.
No, it was Will's question. He said he said something. He had a use case scenario in his business or something. It was his question. Where did that question go? It's right there on the side.
Are we referring back to the prompt for? Trying to think, for changing the prompt.
He fixed it.
Okay, perfect.
No worries.
Perfect. Because we're definitely gonna, if you have an AI automation or a specific thing you want us to solve, have a bit of a think, because we're gonna cover that in.
Yeah, we love AI questions. It's always cool to hear it from other people, because then we can figure other things out. Like, oh, we didn't even think about that. More brains, more eyes, more mouths, or just our two mouths.
Just remember the tip from you last time, Mark. Zoom more in on Nate. So we're trying to do that from now on. So if you haven't been able to see anything, hopefully that changes. But then down here, after those posts are uploaded, the third route it takes, you can see the order it takes them in here. 1, 2, 3. It goes in, it sleeps for a little bit, as I mentioned, waits for the post to be uploaded, and then it deletes the file in Dropbox. But I saw we had a few videos in there already, so I'll go in and delete the video afterwards, and I'll just choose where to start, because if I find a video, we just reuse one of the old ones.
And all this is happening in seconds. We're explaining it in like an hour increment, but like literally, like it's dropping 4 or 5 posts a day. I don't know what your guys' users use needs are, but like it's set by your specification. So if you like, you know, I want 1 a day, I want 5 a day, I want this many hashtags, I want this many you know, or how many characters or whatever, or just this page, or what time of the day, what time of the night, all that, you know, is automated. It's all set. It's really specific.
You have to go in and delete the links, the share links, otherwise it can't run. So we'll just make sure I found the right video. Couldn't read much last time. So
use case title.
Yeah.
What is he saying? Why can't I see that question Will's asking for long? That's.
Well, so I'm trying to figure that out. You can read out as many questions.
Got
you
you.
want.
Will, are you doing this on your own too, along with us? Is that what he's doing?
That'd be pretty impressive. Also make some money.
Is anybody, if anybody can raise a hand or give a thumbs up saying they're trying this themselves? Yes. See, I told you. He is impressive.
All I'm saying is I'm impressed. This stuff took me quite a while to learn. We'll just pick one. And as long as I don't take the one that's uploaded today, we should be all good. And we'll try to run it again. This is going to take a little longer because it is for video. So as soon as I talk you through the transcript, that's the perfect time for us to have a bit of a conversation if anybody's asking any questions, because it's going to take a while. Right now, just uploads the file to Simply AI. That's the tool we use for transcripts. It's the best free tool there's out there. We haven't paid for it yet. And as Mark said, we're running multiple workflows that are posting many posts a day. So it uploads the file, transcribes the audio file, then it waits until the transcript is ready, which is very important because these modules up here, then they then turn the transcript into a post. So you don't end up talking about cats, for example, when there's dogs in the video or dogs as an image, because you're just running an animal feeding Instagram account. But that's all not personal. So I will continue.
I think we just had another ad. Sulain, I missed his name, but I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I think I did add him. I just read it on the right time because it takes about
Suleiman.
3 to 5 minutes to run for the videos, just because it has to upload. The video takes a bit longer than uploading image, as it just does for like us humans. Uh, I would love to read your entire message. Well, I'm gonna be so distracted reading it.
No, I'm already reading it. He says he created a scalable system for Red Seal rescue, aligns with 10,000 trade missions. So obviously he's maxing it out. It's like not even limit. It's limitless. Cuts manual outreach by 80%. Yep. Increases lead response speed by 5 minutes. Yes, sir.
If you're interested, well, we definitely love to have a conversation with you in the future. Maybe there's some sort of opportunity for collaboration in some sort of way.
Always.
So I'll actually hold right for me down so I don't forget.
Yeah, this is exactly someone else earlier asked that today too. You know, co-sharing or cooperating or co-working together. It's AI, man. It's all of us. This is kind of our strength at our team is we got like 3 heads on every subject and perspective and always testing all these different agents because there's so many different ones. It's not even funny.
No, you're not going to test all of them. You definitely you're going to die of exhaustion before that point. And
Exactly.
it's the way I got into actually learning AI was just jumping on forums, asking people questions, and then one guy was crazy enough to say, I'll help you with it. And then I think I ended up paying him $50 if I remember correctly. But I got to sit here and watch him work for 2 hours. Just $50 I ever spent.
Right.
I learned what would took me months in 2 hours just by sitting there. And I think that's what the collaboration allows you for. Because I know something you don't, you know something I don't. I had him on our podcast. We had a good conversation about content, all of that stuff. So
And it also helps that, that we, with like the bin AI community has been strong for us, reaching out to people that are way smarter than us too, and asking them to fix different topics. So that's why I said bring your AI questions because it's fun. We'll always find a way to find a solution.
I will start sharing my screen again and see. Now comes the thing of
Welcome.
to have professional AI people help you because this workflow which worked perfectly fine yesterday, apparently the video file corrupted for some reason.
There's Buddy too.
Now,
Welcome, Buddy. Buddy just came into the show.
Welcome, Woody. Welcome.
Buddy.
So, Buddy. I heard wrong. Sorry, mate.
That's all right.
So, it's again we're running through the same system here. Different prop because it is a video, but it's similar in a lot of ways. And then we'll upload the same way. Here we just take the Dropbox URL. That's the best download URL for Instagram to access. And when mapping this specific Instagram modules for Reels, make sure to go down, hit the button, and click yes to share to feed. Yes, because from scratch, when you just add it, it's no. So they're kind of hidden it away. So I don't know if they want you not to click it. It's the goal of it.
And you can kind of see right there on his screen, you can see that each layer of the workflow, that's the Instagram line, that's the Facebook line. You know what I mean? Everything is, organized.
Makes it prettier. Makes it look pretty and a lot easier to explain. But here I actually use download URL as well. I found out that works better than mapping the file, like you're doing for YouTube. Just to showcase, just like we did with the image, download file. For Facebook, it's better just to have the download URL from Dropbox. And for YouTube, of course, we have 2 writers because we need to write the description and we need to write the title. So for the description, it's very similar. You could probably skip this step if you wanted to. How many people actually read the description? I don't know. I definitely don't, unless I want to find a link down there. And then you would have to add a few more extensions to this for links to enter the workflow, which could be
less work.
Scenario.
It's less work than they have to do. I love that I don't have to come up with 100 different captions in a row. Like off the top of my head, this is all automatic. I don't have to keep copy and pasting my list of hashtags and keep track. Did I use that hashtag? And this is all brain-free activities that makes it awesome.
So I agree with you. It's so nice not having to read post content. It used to be my least favorite day of the least favorite part of the day is what I wanted to say. But it's almost like it's late. It's I'm tired, something like that, or the other way around. But here we have just a bit of a different prompt. I took some of the steps, basically all of the steps from a YouTube course that I went to from a guy that's doing quite well on YouTube on how to write good titles, and I basically optimized that for this specific workflow, which is what this list of 14 different things are. So it writes pretty good titles out of the box, as you should be able to see the title. So this is the video that was just uploaded.
That guy looks familiar.
Yeah, he does. So, yep, here you see the title I wrote. You can decide yourself if it's good or not, and here you can see if for the description it wrote. So,
and that's to YouTube. Show them the Instagram. There's Instagram.
Instagram, it should actually populate here, so it's actually correct.
I thought I saw it. Yeah.
Well, if I hadn't clicked share to feed, it would only have gone to here on the reels. But since I clicked share to feed, it actually goes to here and the feed, which otherwise only goes to the real feed. Now it's going to get a little complicated in how many different ways.
Yeah, that's all the secret sauce.
Yeah, but it goes, if you don't click share to feed, it goes to the real feed and the real page of your profile. If you click share to feed, it goes to the feed, the real part of your profile, and also the main part of your profile.
Show the post.
There we go.
So how many like hashtags? It's like, I don't know, less than 10 hashtags. Yeah.
I think it's, if we look at it, it's structured to do, I think it's between 5 and 10, I believe so.
Yeah. Does anybody in the chat right now have like an application they're thinking about using this for? Or is this all like personal use, business use? Is somebody, if they can message us, and they're like, yeah, I need this for my dog's business. All right. Thank you, Will. Other businesses, Jackson, business automated marketing. Yep, absolutely. Couple of tweaks. Yeah. Client use. We are marketing agency. Jackson gives me a LOL. There we go. Pankaj, do you have a question? Did I say your name right? Thank you. Thank you for coming in.
He's gonna make it. He's gonna use it to make more great food and more
You know
great
what I'm
restaurants.
talking about,
I
Mass?
actually just interviewed him this Sunday. I had
Poor guy.
The business
Poor guy. I have a recruitment business that is very niche, but global. Want to be able to post in different locations, different time zones, and be relatable in the marketplace. I also want to offer this service to other clients through my digital media agency. See, somebody got instant value. And Lori says, I'm afraid this is over my head. Ha! No, we're here to help you with this. Some people are going to get this. Trust me, we know this. You know, Mass likes to go to the deep end, and I'm like, promise you, some people aren't going to get this. And that's fine. This is more detailed than the secret sauce is supposed to be. But trust me, we're here to handheld people onto a moving train, is what I explain all the time. Because AI is moving that fast, and people used to be scared to get on the train. Now it's a moving train. It's about 200 kilometers an hour. We're like, here, let me hold your hand, and you can get on, and we have a seat for you.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
accurate.
That was, yeah, it's very very accurate actually. It is moving fast, and we can't even keep up, which is why we're also talking about collaborating with other people, because we can't build every single AI automation that's out there that's going to be usable. Like,
and some of these people are making them too.
Them out because it's fast.
Well, other people are making them too, right? So like some of the other agents we've encountered were like some of the stock trade people. They got people that'll follow a stock and explain it, the difficulty of a stock to you for you. That's out there. Travel agents are out there getting you the cheapest flights possible. And hunting it down too with aggression. That's really cool. And like, because how we all are, we'll go check a flight and then it goes back up. They'll wait for that timing to come back down and then snap it, which is really nice. There's all sorts of agents that's supposed to help every part of your life. So, it's not just throwing a prompt in chat GPT. It's like making it actually think and sort out the problems for you in seconds. That's why it's in a sec.
And
It's true.
definitely a route we're gonna go a lot more down on in future lives. Gonna go in more of this is one a way of the right word describing what we currently just went through. It's actually not an AI agent. It's an AI automation because this automation doesn't go in and think. It just does what it's told to go in and do. And then it sure thinks about writing the post, but it does that because it's told at this time to go do that. There's a whole lot of part. And if you're staying a little up to date with AI on LinkedIn has a lot of it, especially I've seen in my feed, is the AI agents that goes into to actually think. And that's currently something we're working a lot on behind the scenes, getting our own versions of that pushed to market in different use cases. We like to build agents we personally would use ourselves and automations we would personally use ourselves. So there's going to be a lot more of that to come. Make has that. I don't want to go into that because
no, we're definitely giving it our best sauce. We're giving it our best herbs and spices. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, it could be too spicy.
Well, and it's not secret. So, like, this is us sharing so that it can grow better. This is what this is for. And trust me, we know that if it's over your head, we'll just do it for you. So this is like an advanced course. This is more like Psychology 404 versus Psych 101. This is some pretty advanced stuff.
I love how active the chat is today. I just want to say big thank you to everybody because the show is to me and Mark, we were speaking right up, getting more about this. We were like, we want more engagement because last time it was me rattling with him jumping in every 5 minutes.
No, they're interacting in the chat too.
I love it.
No, they're interacting in the chat too. He said, "You guys are awesome about this, though. Don't need to be showing this to B or to me." I'm not quite sure what he's saying, but yeah.
I can relate to people not knowing what
yeah, we are awesome. Thank you. You know what I meant. Wrong words. Like, I know, bro. I know. So, yeah. What else? Show them.
We kind of covered the automation.
No, but like, did you not show? We got dogs on shirts. Go to dogs on shirts so you can show how many posts it's made as living proof, sir. This is the actual magic. This isn't us like, in the bakery and you're actually watching us making it rise, Welcome, Aline.
Welcome, Aline. Since you joined us a little bit since we covered the main bit.
But you'll get to see it.
Catch up on the report that will be in your email. Everybody that's here that signed up will get a recording afterwards. If you didn't sign up, go to the event where you found us. There should be a sign up link. Or just email us at intersect@gmail.com and we will make sure to get the recording link your way.
I'll put it in the message machine because we want you guys to email too because we have some prizes for you at the end that we can email for being on here so long. Anybody that hung around this long, we have a surprise for you. Prizes. Yes, prizes. So not a dog on shirt. I can promise you that. National Dog Day was like yesterday. Let's go.
So yeah, here you see one of the Instagram accounts dogs on shirts.
He's like, "Can I get a dog?" This is hilarious. But look, it's just all posts that were in a file that I had, and it literally just munched this file in about, I don't know, like a week. Well, how long did it take? 10 days or something? Like I had proper like over 100 images, and it just ate it all up with the hashtags, with the clever saying. I didn't touch any of this. All I did was just pick the shirt and again drag, drop, and post is what we're achieving here.
Yeah.
And no free dogs.
No free dogs. So talking about the posting action, let's go back to this make workflow because scheduling it out like this right now is set to 1 a day because we kind of ran out of content.
Exactly.
It runs faster than we can run because I could round up to 10 a day. I think we had it at like 8 or 6 posts a day.
We tried everything. Yeah.
So you just choose, like you click on the clock down here, just left click on the clock, and then you can choose when it runs. I like having it set to regular intervals if you do multiple, because then you can set scheduling within like a time zone. So this was one of the old ones we had, for example.
Go to the other workflows that we did for like holidays on shirts. I think it was shirts for babies. Like we have more examples than just dogs on shirts. Like we tested multiple Instagrams, multiple platforms at multiple times. So it's not like you just can just do one. Like I have over 100 Instagrams, so it can manage all 100 Instagrams and post 100 times a day if there's enough ad copy or enough images in there. It'll drop effortlessly the whole time. It's not going to be sweated.
So these doesn't look as nice because they're purely on the back end, and I had to switch that whole thing when we discovered you actually should link the Facebook post image of the post instead of linking it from the Google Drive, because these also Google Drive run. You can do it with images. It's on the video part. It creates problems. So purely image one, you can just sign up with the Google Drive account and watch files, download files, same exact flow. Analyze the image, create the post, upload the image, get the post photo, create the Instagram post, and create the Instagram photo. So yeah.
And that was like a basic one. Show them the shirts for babies. So that's just dogs on shirts. Shirts for babies did the same thing. And what else did we do it on? Beer on shirts, like just running it.
You see a kite. If we go far enough, you'll see there's a certain link and just start spinning up stuff. So yeah, actually most of this stuff is quite new.
Yeah, you can see the stuff that I did was like 2017, and then it was like 100 more images in the last 10 days.
And then we ran out of concept.
Yeah.
So
what's the other one? Beer on shirts, I think.
I'm pretty sure.
And all of them have fresh hashtags, fresh what do you call that, titles, and all of it. This stuff used to take me forever by hand. I'm speaking the truth on this. You could see how long it took me by time dates on these. Like, I think it clopped out about December 2017, and then everything else is new since then. Like by hand or, by sleep. I'd rather do it while I'm sleeping than doing this by hand. Each hashtag, copy and paste. It's just such a nightmare. And then I got 100 Instagrams, so you can just imagine the duplication effect here.
It's I've done it for 4 different accounts, having to repost content and all that, and I mentioned hybrided it. So for 100, no, I'm not doing that one. I wouldn't have been as optimistic as you and being like, there's going to be a robot that can do this for me one day.
It's a dream come true. It's a dream come true because I've had the 100 domain names and .coms for so long, and everybody's like, you got too many domain names and you should just do everything on shirts, which I own. But these are all individual. People want to go to Dog World, they'll be in Dog World. It was just National Dog Day the other day. They don't want to see a cat, So it's just like this whole thing is going to be just dogs or just beer or just wine on shirts. Like it was a lot, and it's handled it like a champ. Like it's a dream come true. Really, it is. My whole lifespan has been extended instead of doing this by hand. I can actually live, breathe, and do other things. And that's what we want for you guys too. Like this is the whole point, is to get you guys to free up all your time, not be at the event, sitting there trying to participate and be present. And then you're just looking down at your phone, looking back up. What's my kid doing? Wait, no, am I supposed to be driving right now? All these things that we all do. This is why agents are helping us in our real life. You know what I mean? That's what's really happening. I saw a sexy guy with a beard with a shirt off in there somewhere. You need to calm down. You need to calm down.
So now you can all imagine what's on the vision.
But that's all me by hand. I'm saying, like, it's So double and tripled my output, what I've been doing for forever. Why is this frozen? What just happened to my... I don't know. Wait for it. Come on. Just disconnected. That's crazy. How did this just happen? Good stuff. Okay, I want to understand how this hopefully the next few minutes I missed will help when I see replay. My whole page just died in the middle of this. Fucking I thought some shit. Where is my live? Why is it not live? And perfect timing to have a drop. I literally just plugged in my laptop and it just died. You gotta be thinking on your toes. I'm trying to keep it entertaining. Mass is trying to keep it technical. He's bogging. I'm trying to keep him from choking on his own words and keep it flowing because that's what people want. They don't want stuttering, and they don't want confusion, and they don't want that much detail. You got to think about the customer in the end and what they're trying to do. That's why I'm trying to engage the audience instead of preaching to them, because I used to say telling isn't selling. So that's a new one. I don't know why this is a... Come on. I'm trying to kill some pages because this one doesn't want to... It doesn't want to jump in for some reason. So I just keep killing pages till it jumps on. I don't know. Why is it not opening? Let me see. Let me cut this page. Let me post it somewhere else. Let's try it that way. Yeah, even this one doesn't want to refurb itself. Let's see. Try open it up in another. Yeah, there we go. It's crazy. Getting ready to join. Ask to join. Just a moment. Take your sweet ass time. It's live. We've been going almost for an hour, so hopefully I can get back in my own motherfucking show. Here we go.
You can do so much. It's kind of a bit ridiculous. And
Well, again, like what they
I was
just,
playing around with all day, and it's one of those simple things that gets me frustrated because I'm like, how do I do this? I see we have locked back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Sorry about that.
But yeah, everybody that signed up for this event that agreed to be contacted by newsletter with us is definitely going to be let known of future events. You're going to get it directly to your email inbox.
Absolutely.
Also, most of you are probably going to get an invite on LinkedIn again.
Right.
Me and Mark basically just scroll through our connection list and just take.
That's how we got Molly.
Until we hit 1,000.
Hey, let's shout some people out too.
Mark, by the way, you probably don't remember me, but you messaged me about Intersect AI, and then we met next.
See? Jackson was DM'd. Molly was DM'd. You already interviewed Pankaj. Did I say it right? And it sounds like Steve is kicking ass and taking names with his advertising company.
I'll make sure you get invites, Scott. I'm writing your name down.
Weeks for students start next month. He's studying. Can I share your video? Of course you can share our video, bro. This is why we're here to help, man. You know, with our powers combined, we can do anything.
And, if you tomorrow wake up because you realize, I realize you everybody here is getting a lot of information. I know a few people here are involved with the AI space as much as me as Mark are, but if you're not, it can be a lot of information. And your brain is going to be so fried, you're not going to have any questions, at least I would. So if you have some questions tomorrow or the day after tomorrow or next week, intersect.ai@gmail.com.
at
Make
Gmail.
it
Yeah. .ai. And
I'll just put it in the statement.
and isn't there a Google sign up sheet too for his student? Did we have that for the sign up, or was this just for this live?
It was for this live. I haven't
Well,
made. We could make like.
We can make another sign up. That'll be
But yeah,
easy.
I'm gonna make a new sign up form probably a bit later this week, and then I've made sure to take images and note down who is here.
And make sure we get us the emails. Remember, we have a surprise. So make sure we have your emails. No, remember we got the graph. We're gonna send you some stuff. So there's a price discount. There's a graph. It's not a joke. We got a surprise.
Message. I'm sure my age.
And it's not a puppy.
Oh, yeah. I'll just type in to make it. We can copy paste this one.
A free dog. Look, he's still doing the dog thing. This is hilarious.
They love the free dog. Yeah, that's the email, or this is the website. If for whatever reason you're not getting through to an email because the email that
Yeah. And where do I give you my email address?
That would happen to one
Just
person about
email us, let us know that you want it, and then we'll just send it to you. How about that? Since we don't have the sign up form yet for that. And
that's a good note for next time. Have to sign up form for that.
also, who's got questions? Who's got questions? Like Q&A before we leave.
That's not a good one, but I said I was not willing to answer it yet because I don't know enough yet. I just realized how much I didn't know.
There was Jackson. You had questions. Scott, you guys are interactive. Steve, you still there? Did we lose you?
Here, I'll ask a question just to kind of help you guys out here. So, I kind of put this in the chat, but I don't know if everybody read it. I understand Make.com is like the least integrated, it's the cheapest, right? But then there's N8N and there's also Zapier. What do you guys recommend for the people in the group based off like kind of context such as that?
What was that question?
I got it.
You got it?
The pricing and use case, which automation platform should you use? Should you pick Zapier, Make.com, or N8N? If you're tech savvy and you have your own server, you can't get cheaper than N8N. It's not possible with self-hosting, as far as I know. That's if you're more of a tech savvy person. Make kind of falls in between. I've never actually used Zapier myself, but I've been told about it, have conversations with people that used it, done research.
Sure.
And falls in a place between where you can do quite a lot of things if you know what you're doing. There is like modules you can configure yourself.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because like some of these don't actually act nice with each other too. So it's some of them that's like which ones were going to work nice. Like we found out with the Google Drive, it was only doing images, but with a Dropbox we could do videos. So it's like who's playing nice in the sandbox really.
And if you're technical, again, you do have some freedom with Make to make custom stuff, but Make is good in the way there's a lot of pre-built apps. If we go back into Make, we can just, if I run through this list, there's probably going to be quite a few tools that people realize opening out Facebook.
Right. And Scott, I got your email, by the way. Scott emailed in, so I saw it right away.
Some of the stuff that's pre-built integrations into Make.
Got it, brother. How many tools do we need? That's a good question. Depends on the task, right? Like Pankaj asked, how many tools do we need?
Yeah.
Like each line's different. Like sometimes like say. Like Instagram's kind of iffy with its API keys. It doesn't let you just master anything, like we're still trying to get in the DMs with that. That would be awesome, but they don't give you all the keys to the castle. So sometimes it's just like, it's the flexibility of the workflow or the agent or who's talking nice to each other. So it's all about the sandbox, who's playing nice in the sandbox. And of course, if we can do it on the cheap, we will. And of course, with the endless budget, we'd have the top tier of everything and just keep practicing.
Yeah. Are you guys using Metrical or what do you guys use for social media manager? And does that one connect to Make.com for you?
What's it? Can you spell it? Metrical in the corner.
METRICOOL.
I don't think I've heard of them. You might have to spell it.
I'm not sharing my screen. I just realized.
Write it in the notes.
It's a social media manager.
What?
I can access through it. Yeah, on there I can access DMs. I don't know if it'll let you through.
Oh, Metricool. Got you. Yeah, I've heard of them.
Maybe if you make an API call, you can make an API call, maybe. And when we're talking about DMs specifically, it's more the case if you can't just send a DM to a person that doesn't know you. I don't know if you're able to do that because in Make there is the natural integration of.
Yeah, for sure. Like LinkedIn, if we're friends on LinkedIn, we can DM you. If we're not, we can't spam you. But we're friends, so we won't spam you. I'm just saying. You can access people's DMs with puppies. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, I want that German Shepherd.
Why? He's on his German Shepherd. How do we present a task to an AI coder to build it? I tried this in ChatGPT and got the feeling that some of the results were pretty much good enough to copy and paste into make.com or similar, or just do it themselves. It's a good question. How do we present a task to an AI coder to build it? I love getting in the community asking some of those questions too. You'd be surprised how many people are really desperate for us to AI code some stuff or do handle their whole real estate agency or their stock trading company, and we can be part owners and all these other things. It's just it's a lot. So that I know we rely on the community a lot. There's a lot more people than just us, but we're close with these guys. Like they're doing YouTube channels, so we'll talk to them on their YouTube channel or watch when they drop some new knowledge or constantly in the feed. It's not like a singular task. We're active.
And it's the best way to learn from also watching what other people are doing and having success with. But to going back and answering the question of how to present it to a coder, I think if you feel like you have a really good understanding of the ChatGPT result, I would go and try and build it yourself, because if you find out you can't build it, now you know exactly what questions you need to ask the other people and what qualifications they need to have to help you, because you realize all the barriers are.
Yeah, nothing beats a failure but a try. We're not shy.
I think that's why an event like this is bring value to everybody from Jackson to Scott to Rich to every person in here, because AI is here to stay. And having an understanding, and even though you're not involved with it, but having an understanding is very important.
Or having a friend in AI. Or having a friend in AI. Like our guys at 800.com been saying, he's like, I know a guy at intersect.ai. And I was like, oh, that's a really cool phrase to say that. I know a guy at intersect.ai. And we're getting referrals. We're the lead recommendation for 800.com for AI voice agents. And of course, this is a teamwork makes the dream work. We're grateful that you guys all came into this and stuck around this long, and if anybody doesn't get any of this, just hit us up and, we'll try to explain it, or we'll just do it for you. Like some people, you can buy someone's 10,000 hours of expertise and practice. You don't have to put in the 10,000 of hours and learn about Zapier and then what's this Metricool and another one and another one. Get it fast forwarded, because that's what we're doing. It's all about speed with AI, and that's why we call ourselves Intersect.
Yeah, even though if Mark and I don't know the questions to an answer to the question you're asking us, we know what to ask people, and so far we've always been able to find an answer to the question. Sometimes you realize it's not worth doing because you're going to spend so much money on automating a simple task you're not doing very often. That might end up being the answer, but there is a way of doing it. I love that you know those two guys, Lorena.
That's hilarious. I know a guy at intersect.ai, and that's a great way to end this thing. These guys, somebody. That's why we said bring us your questions, because even if I'm talking to the roofers or plumbers or whoever that needs voice AI agents, I was like, if you have any questions, ask us. You're gonna want to. You don't know. It's not like it's in the yellow pages anymore. Like you're gonna need your second cousin or your brother-in-law that might tinker around with AI. And we have like a whole community here. So ask us these questions, and we'd love to fix different topics than our own. That's why we're AI Solutions in Seconds. So we're trying to find solutions for your headaches. That's the point.
Yeah, and as I kind of elaborate to the start of this meeting,
It's
for
been
us,
an
it's
hour.
really about only building solutions for real problems. There's no point spending your time in building a solution for a problem that nobody has or wants a solution for.
Exactly.
Pointless.
Well, it's an hour, you guys. Anybody need us? Ask us questions, please. We don't want to take up any more time before we log off. Till next
I
time.
realize that you just spent 9 hours of people's time by including God.
Till next time, you guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Everybody here will definitely get.
Thank you for logging in.
Make sure to let you know.
Yeah, get us your email so we can give you your prize that you won. Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Have a blessed night, day.
Will, Jackson, Scott.
Yep. Appreciate the questions. Scott was cool. Super dope. Thank you, Will.
Okay. Recording.
Bye, guys. Bye, buddy. I got some of these notes here. This is dope. Great feedback.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
keep the notes, please.
So,
can you keep the notes?
That's what I wanted to do right now. I was about to leave, but I want to make sure I go in here.
Yeah, I copied and pasted most of the best stuff, but I was already on that. I was already on it, brother.
I want to run through it.
And I didn't mean to cut you off. I just knew we were coming to an end, and reckless banter isn't going to move anything forward. And I will give you a bit of advice. So next time you do this, get your hand out of your motherfucking mouth, man. You're killing me, Smalls. You gotta you're doing this, dude. You're doing this, and I'm just like, English is your second language, and then you're gonna cover it up with your hand. And I'm like, damn it, man. But I still love you. I know. Hey, it was all my speech class when I used to do public speaking. It was one of my college courses, and we'd have to pick each other apart and count how many times we said and bite time and cover our mouths and fidget. We would actually sit there. No, there was an actual counter. You'd be surprised. One dude like 66 in a 5-minute speech. It was a lot. Once you get aware of it, then you can fix it. That's all it is.
That's I've tried to train that specific part.
That's all it is.
There's something new now. But at least I have all the notes.
Yeah, I grabbed some of the potent notes, and I'm just in DMing you now. I don't know what the hell happened to my phone. It just dropped. And not my phone, my laptop. I plugged it in because it was low on battery, and it just went black. And I was like, really right now? Like in the middle of the show, I was just saying something. Did it interrupt like while I was mid-speaking too?
It actually ended quite natural.
Oh, okay. And I just fucked off into the sunset. Okay. That's fine.
I stopped sharing it. I was like, what the fuck's my camera at?
Like, I just fucked off into the sunset.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I was halfway through a sentence when I realized you weren't here.
Yeah, no shit. It was going down. Here, I'll put it in our group chat right here. Some of the notes. I think Scott was extremely insightful. Your boy, Jackson, or he said he met me first. I can't remember, but
met you first, I believe so. He saw you by internet.
That I messaged him first or something like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless, that was super dope of him, to like kind of help us carry on when we were just muttering. He asked specific questions, and it was just like, okay, cool. There is somebody out there that's trying to do this right now with us, which I was actually shocked, Like someone's doing it along with us. What was his name? I got his name written down.
He was coming and trying to give us a few assists already.
For sure.
Like that.
For sure. It was Scott Whitehead. Scott Whitehead was the man, the myth, the legend. So I think some people are
Yeah,
actually going to use this like right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was super dope.
I love that, and I do think we definitely overall did a lot better than the last event, even though it doesn't lead to a sale, because we had the contact and the people were like, "Oh, give me an email." It was, "Oh, you have the phone? I want to go to the next event." Like there was a bunch of stuff we kind of did better, and we realized we were missing a few things that should be different for the next one,
Right.
because people wanted it, and last time it was like it was kind of crickets. We had a bit of people were.
Well, no, I'm zhuzhing them up, bro. I'm doing this on purpose because I know one, again, telling's not selling. So you can keep blabbing on. Nobody gives a shit.
Exactly.
And that's why I kept interrupting you because I was pulling in the audience. We were giving away too much secret herbs and spices, which I've done before too. And my old boss actually told me this. I had to like show a card to him. And he's like, "Did you notice Mark didn't ask me any questions about myself?" And this was in front of all my peers, 100 salespeople watching me with the owner. And I was just blabbing on 17.6 millimeter, all the details. And I didn't ask him a fucking stitch about himself. And I was just like blown away by it. So that's why I was getting everybody welcome, like when I'm on my live, not just keep talking, acknowledge that they're there, admit them in, welcome them, you know what I mean? Pause for the cause. Right. And then they started having us questions in the DMs. And that's why I was reading those messages as well. So it gave them a voice if they didn't want to speak up. So it's like, this is like
if somebody says something in the chat and you're cutting me off because of that, cut me off. I don't care.
I was cutting you off on purpose, bro. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. I was like, dude, like nobody gives a shit about this stuff. And most of it, like, you got the guy that's up at the above that's doing it right along with us, and the girl that's at the below, and this is way beyond her. And I wanted to catch up the lead, not the lead guy, but the rear girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The most enjoyable bit for me was actually when we were all just sitting in the main room for the last 20 minutes, and I could sit there and feel like I was a part of it.
That part.
And I could see everybody's interaction, because at that point, I look back every 10 minutes, I'm like, we lost half of it. I'm assuming to my side, I can't be disappointed.
I think you were more nervous for this time than last time. What happened? You got just like tumbled up, or you were just like?
I probably realized people actually got to show up.
Now there's 500 motherfuckers. Shit. Like, hold on a second. It was easier when there was 2. Yo, no worries. But that's also a reason to breathe in between those questions. You know what I mean? That's the whole timing of it. I was waiting to like make it make sense. There's geek speak, and then there's speaking plain English. And I was getting over that on people. Not that obviously your English, my English, and being able to banter in English, because most of them were American, I assume, our audience.
Like good 80%, 70%, something like
Who
that.
was foreign? The Persian guys? The Hussein? Hala?
But yeah, like Will, I believe is UK.
Is he?
Yeah, I know this. Like
he stayed up for this.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He went up. He stayed up to 8 p.m. Not joining his family.
Okay.
Whatever. To look at the positive.
How many of these people you've interviewed? What's that percentage? Because you said you just interviewed Punjab.
Only him.
Oh, okay.
Jackson as well.
Pankaj.
I'm gonna reach out to Jackson right after.
Yeah, I wrote down everybody so I can add them right on LinkedIn, so just in case they reach out to us. But yeah, man, you tee it up, I'll drive it. You know what I mean? Just tee them up, and we'll keep knocking them out of the park.
Oh yeah, Rich also interviewed, but yeah, I like that. I like that we improved on the things we said we want to improve.
Yeah, zooming in was dope.
I realized that after the last time, and also just getting people more engaged. I think it helps that I'm also running down that same path. I know you were trying to do it last time, but if I'm not allowing that way and I'm presenting, I'm not allowing the room to show up. I'm
right.
Thing, nobody's going to have it.
Yeah, and that's the telling is not selling. That's when we just get on our verbal vomit, and then you're just like a detail person that just spews all this data. And this is kind of what I was talking about with like the chart last time. People aren't just going to look at data. They don't have the concentration level. It just went past them. But you show them a 3 graph, table graph, and they'd be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, oh. So I was just making it user friendly.
I will, everybody's email we've gotten, I'll make sure to drop them the email with the recording.
Yeah.
They also free.
And the graph, drop them the price graph, and then
the price graph
a discount for staying that long.
Yeah. So just I think anybody that signed up is going to get it.
Well, whatever, man. I mean, we captivated 12 people solid for an hour, and nobody boogied. They were like, "This has value. I'm either doing it along with them, or they're even." Some of those guys were more advanced, like Jackson. He didn't have to be in on it, but he was entertained. He was talking about German Shepherds, and I want a free puppy, and that's the brevity that I was trying to bring to it. That kind of brevity, that we're not so stuck up, that we're so stuck on the details, that it's all about explaining. I'm the professor, you're the student. Sit there, shut up, and listen. It was more like, no, you want a puppy and you get a dog and you get a car. You know what I mean? It was just, it's helpful. And then I wanted to get glowy about it too. And I was just like, you know what? This is the honest truth. This is the time to shine and be a part of this thing. It's just like, this was a dream of mine. With 100 different Instagrams, I don't think there's anybody in the room that has more Instagrams than me. No fucking way. Like, straight up.
That's one thing we're both good at is tying up personal stories and values and missions into it. So it's not just geek speak, like rubbing in.
Yeah.
Mission, this is I know.
Well, you speak from the heart, not the mind. I guess that's the difference here. You know what I mean? And I found that's like always, it comes down to with people, not through people. You got to get with them. Like get in there and start talking about dogs if they want to, or Zapier if they want to. And then the other guy brought up something we didn't even talk about. What's up with this Metricool? Like that came out of left field, but it's good to know. Then we can start testing it out and see if it's worth the fuck. Maybe it helps us out.
Yeah, that is Metricool.
Have you used it before? Ever heard of it? Me neither.
No. I always ask Ulysses to. I just found it on Make as he was speaking. I realized I had to get it for free.
Not only that, but I was also asking him to spell it, so make sure we were on the same page. Because I heard something else. I heard.
Yeah, I heard the same.
Something anyway. Yeah.
I didn't hear the cool and band.
Sure.
Cool from what I heard.
And what'd you call the other guy? Bubbly or instead of Buddy? What did you think his name was? Teddy? I forget. You said something. It was like, I was like, yeah, I was like, that ain't his name. Wait, hold up. Like, my bad, bro. Bubbly. Yo. It's all right.
Well, it makes it personal, right?
Well, if you do it right, it makes it personal. Your name will always be the most important word in your brain, and you'll always hear your mother's voice saying your name too. Over a crowd. It's mammalian. It's always in our mammal DNA. It's crazy, but it's true. So I just want to make sure he felt some love and that his name got right, and you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I can't do it while we're live, but I'm just explaining my plays now that we're Monday quarterbacking. And I'll be like, hey, this is why I interrupted you here on this play. This is why I said this. This is why I went left. This is why I threw it. This is why I passed it. You know what I mean? It's just good, teamwork to be able to just go, okay. Now you drift what I do, but I just kind of, I don't know. There's been so many years of what's a sale, being able to identify a sale. It's a pulse in people, and you're reading them, even digitally, what's happening, did I lose them? Are they bored? Are they about to buy? What's going on right now? Where in the buying cycle is happening?
I love everybody have that camera on. That would have been great.
I think that kind of changed, that they all opted out and just let us do the thing, even Posh, he kept his on, but like, I think everybody just opted out and just wanted to hear it so they can multitask on the other end. So they don't just sit there like a fucking student for an hour. They can turn their microphone off, just hear it, and go bake some cookies or some shit,
Yeah, go clean up the house.
Better shit to do. Yeah.
Copy paste some data from one sheet to another sheet.
Kind of why Buddy was still sticking around. Like, why is he still listening? I don't think he was at his. I think he wasn't at his computer.
No, when people ain't reading when you're saying anything up, they ain't there. Like, that's a good test.
Yeah.
But
we got solid 12, and everybody showed up on time.
I don't know if we want to go on the route of trying to keep it an open room and less like let's cover this subject. But I don't even know what the next one is going to be.
Right. Well, I mean, maybe not so much magic sauce because it gets
We're gonna have Miles here.
well, he gets into, well, no, he doesn't want to do that. He's introverted. This is not his cup of tea. And two, when we get spilling the tea, maybe not so much tea because it might be too much information. You know what I mean? Like when we get too deep into these things, again, I'm telling you, there's people that don't even know how their own password to their email. Like, you know what I mean? Or they don't even know the start button on their laptop. So we'll catch those guys. If we were talking to a Jackson, he got hit. That girl Lori, she got missed. Like that was way past her pay scale.
I don't know how you explain it.
Well, I mean, I told them just ask us questions. We'll do it for you. That's how you explain it. You would just say, "Hey, if this is past you," almost like asking the professor questions later after the class. You know, we can do a one-on-one. And I think there's going to be probably 80% majority of people like, can you just handle it for me? Can you just mow the lawn? Skip me the labor pains and just hand me the baby? Like, you know, you don't have to be a doctor and explain a placenta and all these things, you know, it's too much. And then they're like, what the fuck just happened? And you're like, oh shit, let me slow down and give you my doctorate degree out of my head for 8 years it took me to learn this shit and just be like, oh, it's a baby. Oh, thanks. Got it. Got it. Appreciate the baby.
Well, yeah, I think we realized that last time as well. Like most people, they're gonna realize I do this shit myself.
That part.
So once I need it, I'm gonna hire somebody to do it because
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, then that's like even the guys that do the free lawn care. I see this time the Blessed Boys or whatever they're called, and they just knock on the door and say, "Hey, we'll cut your lawn for you." And the guy's like, "I got no money." You know what I mean? And right off the bat, but it needed to be done. So that's all. That's still the end results. It needs to be done. And if I'm not mistaken, in the notes he said he's going to recommend one of his students to us. 80% reach. Yeah, give it to my student. Yeah, I have a work experience student starting next month. He is studying AI. Can I share your video with him and invite? What are you saying? Invite to the next one, please. Signed up. And then he said he signed up. So yeah, you know. Like, we become the experts.
Well, I like that. Well, at least we, in that sense, we didn't. I think some people for sure we lost. I think you're right in saying that, but I don't. I think the room was so spread in the terms of audience, you weren't gonna capture all of it, likely, but. There is definitely that.
But that's why we tag teamed them. That's why we tag team them.
I got just a few times where like jumping back and forth of like, yeah, fuck me, that was confusing.
Right.
Nobody fucking got what I said, so I'll try to keep that on a low and decrease it. But I do think it sounded like you were trying to say it before I just continued speaking, is that we're doing a good team because we can kind of cover the area where the other person doesn't perform the best.
Dude, tag team. That's how it works in wrestling and everything. You just tag teaming them. And actually in sales too, if you want a technical term for it, it's called a churn. So the term for it's a churn. So if it's like Japanese people come, I'll churn it to a Japanese salesperson just because they'll vibe better. It's pretty simple. And then I go back out and I go get us another deal. I'm on half that deal, but I got to go get us another deal so he can be on half that deal. So in essence, we both got one deal. So no one misses out on anything. That's what a churn is. So it's always good to churn. And then you got a manager and a closer. It's not just you and in their face the whole time trying to get the sale. You bring in the closer and he's like this nice guy that's slick and starts talking about his life stories. And the next thing you know, you sign paperwork and you're like, oh, that's why you're the closer. You know what I mean? Before you can even say how that happened, then you're getting closed and you're signing up for a new lease deal. And you're just like, holy shit, you know? So that's it. That's all it is.
And I think your life is always going to be better with two people than one because you can't have the back and forth naturally.
Right. Well, it's not a podcast. It's not a podcast. It's just more like add-ons. You're just tag teaming. They're in our live talking with us, and it's like anybody got any questions, add on in, and they did. They added a lot of details. I just posted that on our Facebook. That one guy gave it step by step. So it's like Scott didn't need this at all. You know what I mean? And neither did Jackson. He had it pretty much in the bags, but he said, I'll help you guys out here. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, throw us a bone, you know? So
They like us enough. I just think
that part.
It seems like for them it was more
Entertaining.
Let's just chill with these guys.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you want to be value added, but you also want to keep them entertained. How else are you going to keep people online for an hour and not be on their YouTube, not be on their Facebook, doing something else, smacking their kids or feeding them, whatever? You know, they got lives, and it was just like that. And that Pankaj stayed live with us. He was laughing, he was nodding. We got actual physiological responses from somebody instead of the other guy was in front of the trees and then he just turned off and we never heard from him again. We chatted him up in the beginning and then he just disappeared. But I think you expected him to be there, but it's just like one of those things, like, you know, I saw Molly for the first time and I just added that chick, but this week, and she hopped on. So like, that's why I wanted to thank her, shut us the fuck up and give her a little bit of light, you know, give her a little bit of shine. And she feels included because she basically got excluded. I want to say, hey, thanks. You know, I just added you last week, you know.
I will say I have had a conversation with her personally a while back.
Have you?
So we invited her, yeah.
Well, I just added her like this week, but you know, it's not the details. This isn't analytics. I keep telling you, it's the purpose, right? Like, it's not, I'm asking you about the weather. I don't give a shit about the weather. It's me talking to you. Remember, like a girl, you know, I don't really want to know her opinion, but now I'm talking to her. Now she's in front of me. Now she has to deal with me. And I wanted to deal with Molly in a personal format to be like, hey, welcome, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, nice to see you. It didn't matter who talked to her first. That shit's all irrelevant. It's, does she feel that she was included? And that's how women think. That's how she feels. Not how she perceived it, not if the math was correct, not if even the workflow was correct or that you used the same video and posted it twice. You were kind of dogging yourself down like, oh shit, everybody's going to know. Nobody gives a shit. We're giving away. I know, but hard on yourself, bro. Hard on yourself. Nobody knows to even, yeah.
I don't want the same video twice. It's gonna, they don't perform. They don't do shit.
That's the analytical side of you that me and you keep butting heads about. I'm like, nobody gives a shit. They don't care.
You don't want all your videos just saying 0, 0, 0.
Let it go, bro. Let it go and move forward. Let it go and move forward. Exactly. Are you in front of a hot chick? Are you talking and smiling and standing upright? Okay, that's half the battle. You know, not what's coming out of your mouth. It's what she's about to say. And that's when you key in. You're just like, okay, I am listening to her. I am paying attention to her. And she likes that fact. If it's all me just telling her about me and my data and how my day went, then I didn't hear anything about her and I already know about myself. I want to know more about her. And then I create a platform and she can just, you know, open up those petals.
Perception, it's the first appearance. That's what it's also about.
I could butt heads with you all day, bro. I could butt heads with you all day, point for point. And I want you to learn it because I learned the hard way. At 45 years of age, I did go around that whole thing like for a good 15, 20 minutes. I know everything about a Tundra truck. And it was in front of everybody, my peers, 100 salespeople, and the owner with his gold Rolex and diamonds. And I was just like, I didn't ask a single fucking question. Damn. Like something.
I'm not saying anything.
No, but it was something that simple. Aha. No, but that aha moment is what I'm trying to hand over to you. And that's what I was trying to say today. Like when you were like, make 30 more calls. I'm like, no, bro, I'm already at max. And even Miles was like, stop making calls completely. We were going in two separate directions. But with an aha moment, you're like, oh shit, it wasn't personal. And he's already working a lot. No, but it wasn't personal to ask. No, but it's not personal to ask or get mad. You know what I mean? Like these are things that are pedantic. It's the details that slow it down. When everybody else is moving forward, it's a whole train of emotions and people and visions and perspectives that all that shit fades away. You know, like that's when you know you're living, bro. You're in the sweet spot and then you're in the zone and then you can do whatever you want. Yeah.
I'm not quite sure where we're going anymore. I will say that much.
Well, if I lost you, bro.
Yeah, I'm lost since I got lost in the start.
I think it's just an analytical mind. It's okay. That's why I have this hemisphere brain and you have your hemisphere brain. It's okay. I'm not here to change people. You know, that's again why Miles is such a good mediator between the two of us, and that's why I told him to call you today. You know what I mean?
But yeah, like I'm all I'm saying is basically what you said. My brain didn't pick up on.
Right. And when you sent me the prices, I was like, my brain's not picking up on it. And that's why we got an argument over a graph. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, you know, it's just two different ways of looking at it, but it's not that anyone's right or wrong or blame, right? It's just two perspectives. And I'll leave you with this. It's not about us. It was about Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee. When they first started dating, they went to a fucking divorce.
Who the fuck are those people?
You don't know the first sex tape with Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson from Baywatch? You don't know who Baywatch is? Pamela Anderson? You're missing out, bro. But anyway, they go to a divorce counselor and he fucking takes the change out of his pocket and puts it on the table. He says, "What do you see?" She's like, "I see 3 round objects." He says, "What do you see?" He says, "I see 30 cents." You're both right. You're just looking at it 2 different ways. I'll see you later, Mass. Chigata. No worries. And on that note, I'm doing the chigata. I kind of had to chew my little youngling out because he just doesn't get it. It's an analytical mind, and it's very frustrating to deal with people like that. But we got it done, as said, as promised. And, you know, I keep it real on my channel. So that's what we got to do around here sometimes, boys and girls. And we got plenty of emails. We got 3 people that already signed up. Bam. Right there. Boom, bap, bap. So that's awesome dope, too. So these guys loved it. Great reviews. Request the recording of the day. Invites future events. I enjoyed this. Thank you. Mass and Mark C. This is Suleiman. Nice to know. Thanks for the surprise, right? Someone's still asking about it. And hey, Mass, I'm building automated outreach and engagement system, Red Rescue, using make.com. The goal is to do this. I already have this where I need your input. There you go. So there it is. So it's kind of working. Like, you know, that's it. The man's here. The events with the sales are waiting. I think we did it, boys and girls. So I'm going to get off, go for my smoke, and then I got another appointment to do. Peace and love. And chigata.